This is a redirect video for Boku No Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 12. Click in the description below to go watch it for yourself. It was a really cool episode. Yeah, all the kind of stuff. I have a little bit of sore throat, so forgive me for that. I don't think it affected the reaction too much, but I did kind of notice my throat being kind of issuing when I was talking a little bit. Doesn't matter. Anyways, go check out the video for yourself, and then come back here for my full thoughts, ideas, theories, ideas, stuff after my reaction and everything like that. So yeah, click away now or be spoiled as to what happened in this episode. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop over to the prediction page. So here we go. There we go. Okay, so I was wrong in the sense that it was Todoroki. Sorry, no, I always say Todoroki instead of Todoroki. Todoroki lost and Bakugo won, so I did flub that prediction. But in a way, I sort of I don't know. I feel like it really sucks because Todoroki got inside his own head and he couldn't get out of it, kind of thing. He kept thinking about his mom and his fire and his dad and all this kind of stuff. And his dad like hardcore messed him up when in the actual fight with Bakugo. Yelling out. So I remember what he said, but he was like, that's it. Do it. Do it for whatever. Do it for yourself. Or he didn't say that, but like he was something like that. Like he was just like he spoke out, and Todoroki heard it, and then he's like immediately just like, oh yeah, it's dad, and then like his fire went away. I loved how Bakugo hated that fact that he won, because he didn't win the way he wanted to win. He won because Todoroki was off, right? Like he wasn't at his full kind of power like he was with Midoriya. And Bakugo wanted him to be with Midoriya, like up there with like Midoriya kind of thing. So in Bakugo's mind, he still hasn't achieved Midoriya's strength in terms of like the fight, because Midoriya went up against Todoroki, and they went all out to the point where like it was like arena bursting, just like with like energy and power and everything. Just like a massive explosion happened, massive like awesome power kind of thing. Bakugo fought against him. Todoroki did like a little bit of ice thing. Never once used his fire. He actually put his fire on for a second, and that was a cool kind of visual of his like his it almost looked like the Human Torch in a way. Like his whole left eye, or kind of left eye was all pure fire, and it wasn't just kind of like a see-through fire like we've seen before. I actually like that kind of effect. Like it's almost like Endeavor with his hair and everything like that that's on fire. It's kind of like that kind of fire, but it looked like a little bit more intense. But it was like encompassing all his whole left side when he was on fire, which was really awesome. I kept doing that, and now I got something in my eye. Anyways, yeah, that was a cool effect. I liked that a lot. Anyways, yeah, so Bakugo really doesn't want the win because he didn't go all out. He didn't earn the win because he fought Todoroki at his half power kind of thing. So that sucks. But yeah, so we saw at the very end there, basically everybody recuperating for a couple days. They got two days, I think it was. We kind of just, relax and refresh basically after the whole tournament. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my other screen because this screen's. I mean, we don't need anything else from this screen anymore because it's over. So we can jump back over here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, it was really cool to see his mom and everything, Todoroki's mom, and like he was saying, like it's a he desperately needs to talk to her because like she's in his head right now, like whether he likes it or not, and he's got to like deal with like everything that happened to him as a kid and everything. So it was really cool to see her and Todoroki's sister as well when he was leaving. We saw just a little glimpse of her kind of in the background, um, trying to maybe it wasn't like talk him out of it, but she was wondering why he was going to go see the mom. Um, Maybe the sister is sort of more so on Endeavor's side than Todoroki is. So maybe she thinks the mom is like more evil than she is, kind of thing. I don't know. I'm wondering if Endeavor kind of pushed his. I mean, obviously he pushed his ideals on the kids, but like more so than Todoroki. Kind of just like Todoroki just ignores everything Endeavor ever says. Um, Obviously, maybe thinks about it every now and then, but um, mostly he's kind of his own person in a way, kind of thing. But I'm wondering if the kids of Endeavor tend to agree or have been like kind of brainwashed to think like Endeavor, and like, you know, maybe Endeavor said something like the mom is like unstable and tried to kill a kid, kind of thing. So he put her in the hospital, um, and then all the kids were like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense," kind of thing, and never thought any more of it. So I'm wondering um, if they kind of just always see her as like this kind of like horrible, horrible person, kind of thing. But in reality, she was just uh, overcome with like so much uh, grief and maybe stuck in her own head as well, kind of thing. Like she started overthinking a lot of things, maybe, and obviously she was kind of like forced to kind of make a child with Endeavor. Some maybe multiple children. I don't know if they have multiple moms or not. I know they all have white hair, so I'm wondering if that's like it's all been like kind of multiple children with her, um, or if it's been kind of multiple people helping Endeavor, helping Endeavor. Um, but yeah, so it's cool to see her again. I hope the time away kind of healed some of the wounds that are kind of like thoughts that she had when she was uh, taking care of him as a child, kind of thing. Um, like I said, she in a way I think she was kind of stuck in her own head because I always keep saying that because it's a good analogy because um, a lot of people like kind of overthink a lot of things and then they just keep thinking of the same thing over and over and over again, and it starts to change their mood and it starts to change like the way the outlook on life and everything. So that's why I always say like stuck in their head, kind of thing, because like you always gotta get out of your head. Like in every day you should definitely just like take a break, get out of your head, and just like think about something else, do something else. Just don't be in your head for like a little while. Um, it's always a good refresher. But yeah, the mom and Todoroki both are sort of stuck in their head because Todoroki keeps thinking of the time that he was burned by her and all that kind of stuff. And I think the mom is kind of constantly thinking about doing that and also what Endeavor's done to her over the years and everything, um, and that kind of thing. Um, so yeah, I'd love to know more about the mom and what she's thinking and everything. I'm glad we get to see her face and everything because in the flashbacks we never got to see her face, and I'm wondering if that's kind of like a hint at, or like not a hint, but like a way of saying uh because like when you're a little kid and you think back on like a person's face, you can never quite remember what their face looks like. So I'm wondering if that was like the kind of style they were going for with that flashback, was like Todoroki couldn't remember his mom's face, so they always hid it because he never remembered. Maybe to some degree, like a little bits here and there. Like the eyes, like when she was like at the kettle or whatever like that, when she was like cooking some tea or whatever, boiling some water, and she like was talking to her mom. The mom was talking to her mom, and like she like turned around and like her eyes were like kind of like really like drawn. So I'm guessing that was like a moment you couldn't forget, kind of thing, like seeing the eyes of your mom like that, just like blood rage kind of thing. So I'm guessing that was kind of like the style they're going with, like kind of thing where you can never remember a face when you're a little kid. I can't remember a lot of the faces when I was a little kid, so that's kind of what I'm thinking what was happening, which is a cool effect, kind of like the way they did it. So well done on their part. Um, yeah, we finally get to see the mom's face and everything. She's very pretty. Um, she doesn't seem like crazy at all. It also doesn't seem like she's in a hospital. It seems like she's maybe in a care center or some kind of like rehab kind of thing. Not quite sure. Because the room that she was in looks just like um a like care center kind of thing, like a retirement home kind of feel kind of thing. So I'm wondering if that's what she's where she's at. She's kind of like this in this kind of like, not really a hospital where like people are like dying and like bleeding and like just like dying for life, or begging for life. Um, she's just in a kind of like a care center kind of thing. So that's maybe Endeavor pulled some strings to keep her there, or something. I don't know. I mean, he is the second strongest hero, so obviously he's got some pull here and there. Um, but yeah, I am excited to see more about her and everything. Ultimately, what I predict the rest of the season is going to be is definitely going to be the villain killer, or no, sorry, the hero killer, the hero slayer, one of those. The villain that is called the hero killer, that nearly killed Ida's brother. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Sorry. But yeah, I wrote him off as dead, and luckily he's still alive. So I'm glad that. It would suck to have him die like on and like Ida just have to not know what happened kind of thing. Um, so I'm glad he's still alive and talking with Ida. Hopefully he doesn't like pass, but yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking of the next half of the season is going to be is going to be maybe um because I'm actually wondering like hardcore if the kids like if Ida is going to kind of spark this kind of interest or this spark like a revolution in a way, not a revolution but like a witch not a witch hunt either, it's like a bounty hunt maybe for this villain, like Ida's gonna kind of go back to the kids and tell them what happened to his brother, and then all of them are going to kind of band together and hunt down this villain killer. Or Jesus Christ, this villain, the hero killer, and like hunt him down and like bring him to justice kind of thing. So that's what I'm wondering if that's going to happen, or if we're going to see the villain come to the school and start killing heroes kind of thing, or are we going to see uh, maybe the heroes we've seen already, like the top tier heroes, fight the guy, or are we going to see new heroes come in? I would love to see new heroes because I always love seeing new powers and all that kind of thing. It's awesome for me. But we're going to see new people come in to fight the villain while he's like somewhere or whatever. There's a lot that could happen. Those are kind of like the roads that I definitely see like in front of us right now in terms of the show. Like, cause like if you think about it this way, it's like right now we watched this episode, so we're on the road of episode 12, right? And then right at the end of 12, it branches off to like 4 or 5 different roads. Like one road, it goes. I mean, I guess maybe like half the roads go towards the villain, half the roads go to um, kind of after tournament stuff, that kind of thing. So like anything can happen on like the left side of the road kind of thing, going left kind of thing, turning left. You go to like all the after tournament stuff where people are recovering and talking about the tournament, and maybe we'll see Midoriya kind of analyze some stuff, and like his mom was kind of saying how like she taped, or did she tape, or did the copy just come out? Like I don't know, either one. There's copies of the tournament, and Midoriya could definitely watch them again and kind of analyze stuff, that kind of thing. and maybe some stuff with oh my gosh, what's your Uraraka's parents, having them kind of at her house. It looks like, it's really cool to see that. They're there when they showed up. That was pretty creepy. Like they're like just like the grudge like coming through the walls and everything. That was really creepy. Um, but yeah, so Uraraka's parents are in the town. It looks like. Um, yeah, and Ida left their town too. Ida went to a different town to go see his brother, um, or a different city, I should say. But yeah, so that's definitely like the left road, right? Like going left road, multiple roads going left kind of thing, all leading to like just after tournament stuff, and then everything to the right roads are all like villain stuff that I can see. So like, are the kids going to go after the villain? Are new heroes going to go after the villain? Or current heroes going to go after the villain? Is the villain going to come to the school? That kind of all these kind of different roads, or like, well, kind of what I'm imagining kind of thing. So there's a lot of possibilities that could happen. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to find out what happens overall in this season, because obviously we're not done yet. It sucks the tournament's over, but I'm glad it was finished. That's one thing. Not a lot of shows that do tournaments ever finish the tournament, as we know, from other animes and stuff like that. I mean, well, they kind of end in a way, but it's, whatever. Yeah, so it'll be cool to see what happens next. Definitely, a lot of roads that they could go down next episode. Obviously, people who read the manga know exactly where we're going, but I don't. So don't spoil anything. If you know exactly what's going to happen next, or the road that's going to take next, kind of thing, please do not spoil. That's a dick move. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this episode. I don't think I can say anything more. It was a cool fight, regardless if Todoroki didn't go all out. Yeah, I mean, it sucks for Bakugo, like I said, because Bakugo really wanted a true fight and he never got one. So he never, I mean, in his mind, he never truly won. Because he never had to go all out with Todoroki. He just did like one blast kind of thing, and they were done kind of thing. So definitely sucks. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm trying to think of anything else in the episode that we need to talk about. I think that's it. I think they covered everything. If there's anything I missed, let me know down below in the comments below, and I'll talk with you guys down there about what my thoughts on that subject is, kind of thing. So if there is anything I forgot, just let me know. I'll talk with you down below. That sort of thing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next week for episode 13 of Season 2 of Boku No Hero Academia. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care, buddy.